This morning, by special appointment only, we have been invited aboard the ESSCOM military rib.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Morning.
Right, thank you.
Okay, we have a rib boat right here with a 350 horsepower. It can go 45 knots.
Okay, here I am in the middle seat. Jason and Liz in the back seat. They've just had to move their machine guns because they were in the way. And we're now putting on our official military police life vest. Oh, these seats, by the way, they're suspended for obvious reasons. Spending hours in the saddle, you're going to get a sore bum.
Here we are in our regulatory police jackets. Feel nice and safe. The guys are wearing them obviously too, but I think two of them have got flak jackets on. Is this one for bullets? Yeah. For bullets, yeah. Yeah. So the driver, obviously, he has a flak jacket. And the guy at the front has a flak jacket. I guess he's the machine gun. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. And the rest of us are just got our inflatables on. Than I thought it would be, and it's a lot smoother, but we're going through quite a narrow channel here to get out and around the island, so we're just slowing down a bit because the depth is very low.
Can you tell me, what is this gun?
We can use this gun. This is the place we can put GPMG or HK11.
How many rounds a minute?
GPMG have a 200 rounds.
Wow.
Bullets.
And what caliber?
7.62 caliber.
Where is it?
No, for the mechanic, for video I cannot put here because very.
It's top secret.
No. Use a more space. For,
I see. Yeah.
Very. It's very heavy and very long.
Very heavy and very long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Single, tekan single. Tidak mau dia bosku. Masih bergerak, mana dia mau. Kasih anu dia dulu. Ni beberapa second baru dia trim.
Always a problem. Problem on our boat, problem on your boat.
Yeah.
Every boat has problems.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what boat you have, it will always give you problems. They have a power issue on one of the outboards. Fortunately, of course, it's a twin engine, so they do have one working one. But it does give us an opportunity to try and turtle spot. Jason has already seen a couple of turtles. In fact, there he is. There's a couple of turtles there. Engineer has sorted out the problem.
Yeah, so even on a police boat things can go wrong. Marine environment for you, but he sorted it out in less than 5 minutes. I'd say probably 2 minutes. Back to both engines and off we go.
So we're just approaching a little skiff. Two lads doing some fishing, and this is the kind of thing that the guys do here, is that if they see anyone, they will go over and check them, make sure that they have a license, that they have an IC, so they are from Malaysia,
Ay rugby. Ini nggak rugby. Yung baru. Tinggal lo nakamalaut. Borilaw. Nakalakan alakaam gitu. Ani lese ini.
So they're sea gypsies from the little village round here, which means they're displaced persons. They have no nationality and they have no ID and they have no papers. But I think they're very tolerant of them here. The guys have made themselves a little community, and so the police don't bother them. They just check on them now and again and let them know that they are here and they're being watched. But other than that, they just leave them alone.
Been very good, very cool.
Oi, wake up! What did you think of that?
Yeah, it's really cool. Really enjoyed it. It was very interesting to go around the island and do a semi kind of patrol with them. It was very cool.
What about seeing the fishermen though?
Yeah, that was really interesting. They really have it tough. It's a tough life on the sea for them. They don't have a lot. Then it must be quite intimidating for the boat to come up to them like that. But yeah, it was interesting to see.
Graham suggested that we come around and see the villages here, give away some stuff, and also tend to a young boy here who has a cut on his foot. So Graham's come around with some betadine, I think, to put on his foot. So he's going to hopefully climb ashore and tend to his little wound. After that, we're going to get some coconuts straight from the coconut tree.
Ito muna. Tapos ito.
Bakit mo yan? Huwag mo siyang panuin sa dagat.
Dry, yeah.
Dagat.
O yan, tingnan mo, bakterya yan, yung nagbula.
Nurse Mags TV,
Yeah.
how are you communicating with them? Which language?
I talk with these guys in our language, Philippine language, Tagalog, because they talk Tagalog. Taga saan kaya? Philippines saan?
Zamboanga.
They're from Zamboanga, Philippines. So actually they talk our language, Tagalog.
Can you tell me how many people live here?
9.
9.
Yes, 9.
9. How many years have you been here? Wow.
20.
20.
20 years.
20.
Yes.
And originally from the Philippines? Do you come from the Philippines?
Yeah.
Or you came from the Philippines?
Yeah.
Okay, you came here.
Here.
Yeah.
Let it dry. Don't wrap it up. Then next day, betadine. Good.
7. Yeah.
7 years.
What is your name?
My name is Malik.
Mali.
Yes.
And your son?
Abdul Ali.
Abdul Ali.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. All right, Abdul Ali. Okay. Yeah. Good. Good boy. Yeah. What are we doing, Tony?
We're going to go with the local villager who's planted all these coconut trees, or his ancestors did. We're going to see the correct way to get the green, ripe coconuts that are full of the milk and that really sweet spoon meat, as we call it in Hawaii. That soft, luscious, delectable coconut meat.
Are you climbing up the tree?
Yes, yes, I'll be climbing up the tree in my dreams.
Thank you.
One more. Good show. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is all nicely constructed, but designed for much lighter people than myself.
And with better balance than me.
Yeah, that really...
Watch out for the trap on this one. It tilts to one side if you're not in the middle. Yeah, that one.
Thank God I had a spare pair of shoes in the dinghy. I didn't expect to be climbing that, what would you describe it, rickety. And as I said, designed for much lighter people than myself. Anyway, we're now coming up to the coconut plantation. It's quite a steep incline up the hill. And we've put an order in for 20 coconuts. We're going to see how these guys get them down. We had one yesterday. Spot on.
So we don't need this first thing in the bloody morning.
Yeah. Bloody foreigners, yeah. Oh, holy shit.
It's so quick I can't keep up.
Bloody hell.
Wow. So what he's doing is, rather than dropping each individual coconut, apparently he's taken a line up there, which we were jokingly saying is his safety line, and he's tying it up to a whole bunch of coconuts, a lovely bunch of coconuts. Did you see the speed at which he shot up there? Wow. Okay, looks like he's sending up the machete next. Always wise to not climb a coconut tree unaided with a machete, with or without. There it goes. So you see, when we talk about fresh coconuts, we really do mean fresh. Oh look, he's having one himself, he's thirsty.
Good.
Yeah.
Yum.
Oh, that one got lost at sea. Natural mosquito repellent as well. And they burn the husks. Yeah, that's what they did in the Caribbean. The dried husk, they're just because it burns slowly.
Yeah. Yes.
And they just stick it outside the huts.
Makes a
the
nice
houses.
mosquito punk.
Yeah. Well, to our Western eyes, these people may appear like they don't have much, but actually they've got a nice big house there. They have all their cooking utensils. We saw the kitchen at the back. One thing they do have, two things they have: fresh coconuts on their doorstep and this view. Look at this view. You'd almost give anything for a view like that out your front garden.
Oh, so sweet, so honor.
Does it pass the Tony test?
Oh, no, delicious, brah. The best.
That one I look in book.
Yeah, very nice.
Is that a paddle?
This looks
Paddle. It's a wood paddle.
kayak.
Yep.
Yeah. Just like yours and your plastic one.
Or hit the neighbour.
Oh, the Maoris would like this. Make
That's what they use.
two Marys. Yeah. Yeah.
Bye!
Don't know, we're just waiting to go around the corner, just waiting for the other boat to catch us, and we're going to go around the corner. We're going to see one of the sea gypsy villages around here, and I've packed a bag full of old t-shirts and old coins, and well, coins for Malaysian coins that we don't need, and some paracetamol and stuff like that. Hopefully we'll be able to give it to them because they haven't got anything. I've got a bag full of t-shirts and things that I don't really wear very often. I've got far too many clothes. I can spare them, including some very ancient Esper t-shirts in gorgeous colours, and a little pocket of change and some Panadol. So I'm going to give it to the lady up there. And this one for headache, backache. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have nothing for a little one.
What is your name?
Go to the other boat.
Manjilina.
Mangelina. My name is Jamie. And this, Liz.
Liz.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Hello. So quite a few of them have managed to build these little stilted homes just using the driftwood from the island, but many of them live on their boats, and this is where this family lives. It's their home. And off the back there's a little fishing boat where dad, brother, or the men usually go out and they do a little bit of fishing. You know, they don't have anything, these guys, so I mean, whatever we can give them, even if they can't use it, they'll be able to sell it or trade with it. It just feels like we're doing something. It's fuck all, but it's something, you know. The Sama Bajau, also known as Bajau Laut or sea gypsies, have been living their lives at sea for 1,000 years, building temporary stilted houses on reefs and travelling by small wooden boats known as lipa. They rarely set foot on land. For a long period, their nomadic lifestyle allowed them to barter across the Sulu Sultanate, making the most of their fishing and deep-sea diving skills. In recent times, the establishment of formal national borders and trade moving from bartering to money-based markets has isolated the Bajau Laut. Although there have been some, often contentious assimilation programs, neither the Philippines, Malaysia nor Indonesia have afforded them citizenship, leaving many of the modern Bajau Laut completely stateless. Because of this, most of their children do not have access to education, and the sick and elderly are unable to receive medical help or hospital treatment. At the time of filming, the pandemic has made their situation worse. Local communities are trying to give aid, so if you are interested in helping, check out the Facebook group Semporna Heroes.
Yeah, it was really good to meet the local people. Well, they're not actually local, they're from nowhere. They have no country. Stateless. And they're living on stilt houses out on the water, basic living conditions. For us to see that, we sort of think, oh, we're the lucky ones and they're unfortunate. So as the group went as a group this morning and handed out different things. Everybody had different things in their tenders. So some had shirts, we had medication. I'm not sure what the others had, but yeah.
Jerome had food, he was handing out food.
He had food, did he? Yeah. Yep. So just to give something to the people that have nothing. And it's
not nothing, but not the sort of things that we take for granted.
Yeah, I suppose that's true too.
Yeah. But they don't have much, but they're happy.
They just exist, basically. They exist from day to day. We've got beautiful weather at the moment, so everything's nice and calm, but I can imagine when the storms come through that some of those structures probably won't survive. I imagine that they mostly take to their boats because they are boat people, really. You know, they're sea gypsies in the true sense. They've made a few routes here, but as you saw, a few of them still living in their boats, but together. It was very interesting talking to Azizan, the officer of the police patrol boat as part of ESSCOM here, about it. And I said to him, is it okay if we take some stuff over to them? And he said, yeah, why not? It's very good. And I said, okay, that's good. So we had the permission to do that. And I said, so who are these people? And he said, well, they have no home, they have no country. And I said, but you let them stay here? And he said, well, what else can you do, What else can you do? You can't just keep turning them away.
What is your name?
Siliana.
Siliana. And this one?
Simiati.
Simiati. I think I pronounced that correctly. Oh, I love your face. Oh.
So this is a seaweed farm, and apparently they farm it specifically for the Chinese market, and we're getting a little bit to taste now. It's lovely. It's sort of, here it is. This is what it looks like. It's like very small bunches of grapes.
Yeah,
okay.
grapes.
So then you take off your little bunch. You pour and just eat it straight out of the sea. Oh, it's delicious.
What does it taste like?
Taste of the sea. It's got a very, very, very slight gelatinous texture, but lovely popping as you pop each one, a bit like caviar.
Did you try the seaweed?
I tried the seaweed, yeah.
What do you think?
Tiny grapes from the bottom of the sea, salt water, straight from your mouth with lemon, syrup. Delicious.
You're Malaysian and you use some of the sea gypsies to help you?
These
guys? Yeah, so they work for you?
Yes.
Okay. So you built this and then you employ them to do a little bit of work for you? It's less than a year old, this structure. They started it in December and in fact it is still being built. You can see on the other side there's posts waiting for the crossbars, and we've got brand new wood here. And there are little nets distributed around it for protecting the weed and for growing the weed. So yeah, it's good to know that these guys are getting paid a monthly salary for helping out here. A little bit of industry, so that's actually lifted my heart somewhat, that the Malaysians are coming here and giving them work and they get something out of it as well. Malaysians get something and the local sea gypsies get something out of it. They seem pretty happy, I'd say, the workers.